The national media is starting to make their picks for the college football playoffs, not just for the week, but for the entire thing. And it appears they're getting on the Longhorns bandwagon. Should you do the same? Let's talk about it next. Hey everybody, Brian Davis covering the Texas Longhorns for A to Z Sports. It's almost here, the first college football playoff home game at Royal Memorial Stadium. History is going to be made on Saturday. Texas versus Clemson in a first-round game, one of 4 first-round games for the weekend. It is phenomenal. It is exciting. It's pretty awesome, no doubt about it. But because this is a tournament, everybody has to fill out a bracket, just like you do for March Madness. And we're starting to see some national people turn in their brackets. And quite honestly, they've really raised my eyebrows for who they're picking. All right, let's start with On3's Ari Wasserman. He knows college football. He's all over it. Look who he's got going all the way. The Texas Longhorns. It's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, David Ubben from The Athletic. Here's a guy who has Texas roots. He's been in this region of the country for a really long time, but he is a national guy now. Look who he's got. Texas. All the way. Yeah, very fascinating. Okay. And then finally, look at this third pick, Todd McShay, someone who knows all about the NFL draft, knows all about who are draftable guys. He's taking the Texas Longhorns to go all the way. If you're putting money down in Vegas, should you be doing that? Well, listen, I don't tell you who to put your money on, that's for no doubt. But when I look across the board at all of the 12 teams that are going to be in this tournament, I start with defense. Texas has the number 1 defense in the country based on the scoring defense, total defense. Texas and Ohio State are basically neck and neck. I would argue that Texas has the better defense overall. Now, is it just a matter of you just take defense all the way? Well, I think that defense is where you're supposed to win championships. I think I would take that as my starting point with how I'm picking all these games. Obviously, I'm taking Texas this week. Double-digit favorites over Clemson. I think Cade Klubnik is going to have a great time coming back home to Austin, but I think the party will get spoiled there. But look at some of these other matchups. Ohio State, Tennessee, give me the Buckeyes in that. Penn State, SMU, sorry Mustangs, you've had a great run. Penn State, though. Notre Dame and Indiana, I'll take the Irish in that as well. And then we get into the serious games in the quarterfinals. I like Oregon to advance. I'll take Texas over Arizona State. I think Penn State advances as well. And then I think Notre Dame. Notre Dame's probably going to clip Georgia. I do not think Georgia can go the distance. The only team's number that Georgia's had this year is the Beavos. No doubt about it. So you're looking at a semifinal of Texas, Oregon versus Penn State, Notre Dame. Give me the Irish in that second matchup. And from a Texas versus Oregon standpoint, again, I'm going to go with defense. Give me the Longhorns in that. I think as these games go on, we'll see some more Arch Manning. We'll see Quinn Ewers. I just like the fact that Texas has more balanced depth up and down the board. I do think it will be Texas and Notre Dame in the finals. Now, that's going to set up an epic clash of helmets in these games. It's going to be phenomenal. But I just think that Texas is, like I said just a few minutes ago, Texas is a more balanced team. I definitely think we're going to see some more Arch Manning, okay? Because Quinn Ewers, he's got the brace off. We touched on that the other day. He's got the ankle brace off. But I still think there has to be more quarterback run game factored into the equation. I think we're going to see Trey Wisner. The running game has got to be better. Texas has got to get out of this offensive funk that they were in, really in the last 2 games, both A&M and Georgia. But nonetheless, I think that this defense is going to be able to lift this thing up all the way and carry them for multiple rounds deep into January. That's just how I've seen it, just how these other teams have played out. I think these national guys are probably onto something. Obviously, this is a Texas channel. I'm supposed to pick Texas, but I don't have to, and I don't. Obviously, I did think they were going to play well in both Georgia matches. That didn't totally blow up in my face. But I look at who they're playing right now, and I think Texas has the strength to go multiple rounds in this thing. I'm a big, big believer that in the basketball tournament, when you get to the Final Four, you need a little luck on your side. You need some calls to go your way. You need a little bit of karma. You need a little bit of something magical to happen. So if Texas is going to win this college football playoffs, that has to happen for this football team too. They have to get to the Final Four on their own, and then a little bit of luck, a little bit of karma, something magical has to kick in. We'll see if it does or not, because if it is Texas Notre Dame, the little leprechauns, man, they're going to have all kinds of magic going on their side. There's no question about it. Notre Dame, a very good team this year. But still, lots of stuff to be played out. It's crazy to think that this season could go a whole nother month. 4 more games. That's insane to me on its face. But that is the process of the 4-round, 12-team bracket. The first round is Saturday. I think Texas will get it done. National people think Texas will get it done for the next 4 games. Let me know in the comments what you think. I definitely want to hear from you. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you everyone who's followed us all season. We got a long more way to go because I think Texas has a lot more left to go. A to Z Sports.com/Longhorns. I'm Brian. We'll see you next time.